Like the lighthouse keepers of the past across New England, the keeper of the lights holds an important position here at Gillette Stadium, sounding that fog bell and signaling it is time for football in Foxborough. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. What a perfect day for football. And we're off and running from Gillette. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
On the tackle. A gain of 15. First down, Pittsburgh.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, well, you can't do it better than that.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Going to the ground again on first. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Looking out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he's across midfield with a gain that sets him up for 3rd and very short.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he sneak it with Rodgers. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
2 yards on the play. First down, Steelers.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
To the air here on first down, Rodgers. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10 at the Patriots' 11-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. Oh, put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Patriots nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Antonio Gibson now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So now it's the Patriots' turn to head out for the first time on offense. They'll be led out by last year's 3rd overall pick. He started 12 games last year as a rookie. That's Drake May.
It really took no time at all for May to prove, well, he's a franchise quarterback and worthy of that top 5 pick. Got his first start in early October, and all he did was throw for over 2,200 yards and 15 touchdowns. And don't forget about those 400 yards on the ground. He's an athlete, too.
Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson.
The ball carrier.
Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
Brought down back at the 21.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's May. Completed over the middle. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They're looking at first down here. They go play action. Here's May. Ramondre Stevenson makes the catch. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical.
Back at the 33-yard line.
You know, Kate, sometimes I'm a little reticent to tip my cap to the defense, but that is a job well done. That was a wall to nowhere. A little shuffle pass ends up going backwards because that defense, well, they were sound, they were structured, and they knocked him on his keister.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Now May on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 30.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. May now from the gun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it'll be second down.
Brings up second and
The
10.
lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
On third down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
I know this is normally a passing situation in your third down chart, but not unheard of to see an offense keep it on the ground and try to get the first run. And in this case, it's clear that going to the air would have been a better decision. That defense was dialed in to make that stop.
The Patriots sending the field goal unit out for a try. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds.
Slot receiver headed left. Now start the drive with Warren. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Steelers looking to add to their advantage. Here's 2nd and 14. Into the hands of Skoranek, complete. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's Rodgers. Rolling left, buying some time. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now here's Rodgers. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And 4th and 4 coming up.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
The kick is good.
It depends on the kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Chris Boswell.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here's Gibson. And Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Patriots take
New England
over
taking the
first
field.
and 10
Its second series of the game
at their
coming
own
up.
29-yard
They could
line.
use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. To throw, here's May. He'll get this to Henry.
Nice pass.
Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Second and 3 now. Operating from the gun, here's May. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Well, Brock, they could have gone wrong to set up 3rd and short, or they could air it out and try for more. They picked the latter, and the coverage was ready for it.
Sure was, Kate, and this is why I play in this position. You've got to have a short memory. You must flush it. I love the decision to be aggressive. I always fall on that side of the coin, but when you throw a pick in that situation, such a manageable 2nd down, well, you got to learn from it, move on, and certainly flush it away.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Rodgers will look to throw. It's a screen play to Warren. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage, so no gain on 1st down.
That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it, because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle, or in this case, run him right out of bounds.
2nd and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
A gain of 6 yards.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. Complete beyond the marker. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout.
1st down.
And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Again, Rodgers. Now he takes it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Boswell able to knock it through. And they come away with some points on that series.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile till they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
Chris Boswell.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. Looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The New England offense with the football. They get it first here in the second half. Their defense has really kept them in this game. Now it's time for this offense to start putting up some points. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. Well, this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
22-yard line.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's made of the air. Has him on the quick hitter.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Oh, he's going to run for it. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for the Patriots. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. This is Stevenson heading right. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be 3rd down.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Henry on the catch.
Mays pass.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. They'll try it now with Stevenson. And he can't get the push they needed. They hold him at the line and send him packing after a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. A run from Warren here to start the 3rd. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
First down, and they go right back to it. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
He was brought down by Carlton Davis. A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 16. Chased out to his right. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Going power with a big tight end. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Steelers have likely locked up the win right there. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
The Steelers leaving their offense on the field. We got a 2-point conversion coming up.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead.
Patriots, nothing.
Well, this is going to pump the whole team up. Defense knew they're going to run it, and they ran right through them anyway.
Chris Boswell.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here's Gibson. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Antonio Gibson on the return.
The New England offense running out now. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Throwing the out route complete. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a New England first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Daryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Back to the air, it's May. That's to his running back, Antonio Gibson. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Patriots will have a first down.
14 yards on the play.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. A give up the middle to Stevenson. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. From the 36. He takes it himself. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a New England first down.
10 yards. That's another.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Patriots trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. From the 19. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
May not have throw on 3rd. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Intended for Hunter
As I watch
Henry.
practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
They send the tight end in motion. Desperation time here on fourth. That one complete to Diggs. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Again, it's May. Running a screen for Stevenson.
You know, Kate, it's one thing to get a player out into space. It's another when the defense sees it coming. No chance there for the running back as the defense defeats the blocks before that screen could ever get started.
Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, second and goal. After play action, May buys time. And they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. Drake made the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that could create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the fourth.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Warren quick on the draw. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Brings up second and 2.
Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2. They'll go again with Warren. He finds space into the red zone. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
21 yards. First down, Steelers.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Steelers come in and take this